Hi folks, right, a bit of a preamble. I did this one for Patreon yesterday. I know a couple of hundred of you have seen it. It's a salt marsh again, I'll put it up here. I love doing salt marsh. They're all different. And I know that people are beginning to have a go at oil painting. Right, so what we've got is this is a piece of mount card cut from one of these mats. I've got a mat or mount cutter which I've had for many years, but it really works well. The cutter is a Logan mount cutter, and it's got a straight edge on the board, a bit of block board with one wing nut, a couple of bolts punched through the chipboard and held somehow. Put some old card underneath the straight edge, mark your mount out on the back and carefully remember which way the bevel is, because it's a bevel mount cutter, and away you go. So that's what that is, and I've now it's wood pulp, so it's not durable, and the acid in the paint and the oils and thinners will corrode it in time, but I've primed it with a good coat of gesso mixed with some PVA glue, some burnt umber acrylic to give that mid-tone, and I've primed it on the back too. I've got a good prime on the back so that it could be stuck to an MDF, piece of MDF, if anybody ever buys it, if I ever put it up for sale. And the colours, we've got cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, bit of Payne's grey, just a touch of that, some cadmium yellow, some yellow ochre, and I mix my greens from mostly from the red, blue, yellow, cadmium yellow, pale. Now, this is the dryer I use. It's a quite big pot. It's a 250ml, much cheaper overall by buying in bulk, because the other one was about 75 cents a litre. Stupid little thing. But do you get really cheesed off with these childproof caps? Well, what I did, I got my craft knife and I carefully, mind your hands, I cut the plastic with a sharp blade. Look, so it came off easily, and now I've just got a lid that screws on and screws off. Sometimes you'll have to, or I'll have to, use a wrench just to ease it off. That means business. Okay, I'm sure my wife would like to hit me with it. Right, I've got some oil in here from yesterday. Did I do one yesterday? Yes, I did that yesterday. So I'll put a bit of dryer in. Keep it simple, stupid. That's my motto. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Especially if you're a beginner, and if you're starting out, you want to have a go. Have a go with my colours. You can change them if you don't like them eventually, but find out what secondary colours they make. Now, I've been doing salt marsh here, but I know that salt marsh, they've got some mud flats in the salt marsh when the tide goes up, the tide's in here, and they're great. But burnt umber is a very good colour for mud flats mixed with, well, whatever. I haven't got much burnt umber. Got a little bit left, but I won't bother with it. I'll find a grey. I'll make a mix of grey from the Payne's grey, blue, bit of blue, burnt sienna and the white. So I've got a bit of alky resin white in with this titanium white. Right, okay, so what should we, well, I was thinking of still doing a salt marsh, but putting more trees shapes in, really. Okay, right, got a sky brush. There we are. A nice blue sky to start with. It's overcast, a bit bright. I've been out, done a bit of shopping. Get some of that. Oh, dear oh dear. I moved that blue so you could actually see it. Just clean it off with a bit of towel. So how are you using your time in lockdown? We've got some thousand piece puzzle on the go, my wife and I, and this one is a marvellous one. Our neighbour gave it to, or lent it to us. It's of the history of the UK, Britain, and all the battles and all the important dates. You know, it's beautifully. It's from a painting. It's like a big tapestry. Let's keep that. Right, now, I'm thinking of putting a bit of a burnt sienna. Well, I'm using burnt sienna for my clouds at the moment. So let's give the brush a really good clean. And a load of white and a touch of burnt sienna. Just a little bit. And just get that across here. A bit more burnt sienna. I get asked what colours I use. They didn't explain them on videos that I did 7 or 8 years ago. I don't know. I try to give as much information as I can, but I do sometimes forget. Right, okay, now we're going with the good stuff. There's a bit of yellow ochre to that as well. Right, I'm going to get a bit of cloud shape, colour, bit of Payne's grey, bit of ultramarine. I want to lighten that horizon. Now a bit of blending. Right, let's get some lighter stuff. Right, okay, that'll do. Clean the brush. Right, now I'm going to mix some background colour. Now, sorting the brushes here. This is a brush I particularly like. It's well worn. I'll do something similar to what I did yesterday. A bit of that Payne's grey. Bit of distance. And we'll strengthen up as we go. Just get a bit of bluey green, bit of white. Small it up a little bit. More red and that green. Oh, just a light touch. Sort of a dry brush, if you can do a dry brush. Oops, I didn't want that, the red to show. Sorry, my head's in the way. Oh no, it's headphones. So bring that down so there's a bit of a slope in there. You've got to get your counter change right here. So I'll just get that bit of shadow in here. Hey, now we've got some darks in there. Sorry, I'm a bit silent. Makes a change. I'm trying to show this without putting any detail in. Just with bits of stipple and bit of bushy stuff on the horizon here. Right, now we've got to get counter change. All about counter change. Light against dark. Whoops. That's going to be dark in there. and we'll get some in there. I was just using blue and red. Now we can put some counterchange there. A bit of ochre. See, it shows up against the dark. We won't see so much counterchange here because I'll just get that counterchange a bit better. Good darks in here. See, I'm creating the illusion of detail with just the brush. I'm not going to put any branches or trunks. Now I've got a good dark green now. Right, we'll have some nice light in there, put a bit of white in. Just blend that a little bit. Right, okay, so we've got some sort of sun shining on these trees now. Nice little yellowy blue there. That's luck. Right, okay, so we've got the road is going that way, behind there. We'll put in, well, we'll just do a load of marsh grass now. Pretend the tide's out. And I'm going to use that brush. It's an inch flat, well, it's a 3/4 inch flat. It was a Chinese one. It's great for stipple. My stipple is going to be burnt sienna and yellow ochre, so we want that. And we want a bit of green as well, but we'll just get some nice light. Now I'm imagining a salt marsh in West Sussex, Chichester, Portsmouth, yeah, West Sussex, Chichester, the Chichester harbour. There's a harbour at Chichester, it's a yachting sort of place. Just using a bit of side stipple. We'll start darkening. So a very quick way of painting. How much you elaborate it is up to you. But these are grasses. Now I'm going to put some green in there. I will modify that a little bit if I remember. It's a bit of a clump, and I didn't want a clump. Right, so now what we're going to do now is to mix a bit of blue and red, bit of oil. This area, although I'm painting from memory, we're looking over there towards the Spinnaker Tower in Portsmouth, and behind me we've got the Isthmus of Bosom. It's a beautiful, beautiful village, very popular. Right, now we'll get some greens. I need some more cadmium yellow, so let's get a bit out of the whole tube. See, I'm just making all these greens with just the three pigments I've got. Plenty of nice and clean now. So just the cad red, ultramarine, and cadmium yellow pale. All Winton oil colour, student quality, super paints. I've always used Winton and Newton. I do use some Daler Rowney, but I believe that, well, Winton and Newton is now the French company, unfortunately. A very good old British company sold off. Right, get the old red. Plenty of red. Not all marsh grass is light, but it's light because it's catching the sun and going into the distance. So I want some more dark green. Look, use all your brush, not just the tip. In fact, I don't use the tip very often. I want some nice bright yellows, well, brighter siennas, ochre. Eversico was a great one for this, but I don't know. I don't think he made any demonstrations because he died in 1968, long before we had the internet. Now, some darker ones. Try not to get too regimented. Now in there, there's going to be some poppies and stuff. I need some more dark in this area, more shadow in this area. Just wanted to do that, sort that out a little bit. Okay, so we've got this one coming around the corner a little bit. Let's get the greens in there. Now that doesn't quite register, so right, now we can get that bit of light on there. Okay, still need a little bit more detail in there, or illusion of. So let's get a good shadow cloud. Oops, keep away that paint's grey. So I've only used a touch of paint. Right, let's get a bit of a light back in there. We'll put in some whites, touch of ochre, just dab about. Give the impression that some bits of the grass are higher than other bits. Okay, let's put in some bits of poppy. Now I have seen poppies here, so oops. See, the reds complement the probably I've done that bit. Cover some of that up. And we'll put some white. Some ferns. It's a beautiful area. And a bit of blue. For the cornflowers. Okay, well I don't want to do any more than that. That would be too much. Keep it simple, stupid, if you remember that. And gosh, 12:05. Right, I'll put the mount on it. How's that one? Try that one. No, I want a big one. Try that one. So when I cut those, well, we'll use that one, but it's not the right one I wanted. Because I use so many different sizes of support, I've got loads of mounts, but I haven't got mounts to suit every aperture. Anyway, I hope you like it. It's different to what I've done before. I've just put this bank of trees, instead of going that way, I've gone that way, up into the horizon here. Very beautiful area. West Sussex marshes, Chichester Harbour. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.